Okay, Sarah, this is now Herod's Hippodrome.
What's a hippodrome?
Hippopotamus means horse, hippo.
Okay.
Potamus is river, so a river horse. Hippodrome. This is a horse track, racing track.
Wow.
And so this is where they'd have chariot races. That's why it's long. And their hippodrome was built all over the world at that time. In fact, you realize that the richest athlete who's ever lived was a chariot racer. It was not one of our football players or golfers or basketball players. It was a chariot racer. And so he went all over the Roman world. He was in Spain, he was in Greece, in Rome, and he won chariot races, and he was the richest athlete ever. Well, this is the Hippodrome. Herod built it during that 12-year period, and of course we know most of this from Josephus, our Jewish historian from the 1st century. Josephus, who decided to help the Romans. He started out as part of the rebellion against Rome, was the general, and then he decided to help the Romans. He decided it was no use fighting the Romans. They would never win, and so he became an interpreter and a friend of Titus, who actually conquered Jerusalem, and as a result they gave him a pension. And he moved to Rome, and he gathered the books, and he wrote about Jewish history. And so we know so much about this location and places all over Israel because of Josephus. So this is the Hippodrome. This one held about 10,000 people. It's amazing how many people it could hold, but it's large. And of course, down here at the south end is where Herod would sit and other dignitaries. It's kind of the special seating on a platform where they could see the chariot races come around this corner and head that way. I think it's important to recognize that even though it's still here, you can tell in time it won't be. All the stone that used to be smooth and shiny and beautiful is now rough and filled with holes and breaking apart. And of course, if we go across Israel, we find most of the things that Herod built. No evidence hardly. His palace, you know, you have the mosaic floor, but essentially it's all gone. And in Jerusalem, the temple is gone, and when we go to Hebron, what he built there is gone, and Samaria, it's gone. It's just all over this way. So things don't last because it's God's plan to let things on this earth fall apart, and it's not till we're with Him for eternity that we'll be glorified, and there will no longer be any decay, no falling apart anymore.
Are chariot races still going on today?
You know, I don't know how many chariot races may be going on. I know at Jerish, Jordan, I've seen one there. They do a demonstration in the Hippodrome there. If you'll watch the movie Ben-Hur, Charlton Heston.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's an Academy Award winner. It's a great movie. You really need to see it. I'd encourage everyone to see that movie. There's a chariot race in there that'll give you a feel for what chariot races really were like. And they are spectacular. They were exciting. They really were exciting. So.
Cool.
Okay, that's a little something.